In the following PSPP tutorial, we'll be going over how to create a frequency distribution and look at descriptive statistics for a continuous variable, age, and for another categorical variable, race. So I've already opened the GSS, and I did that simply by double-clicking the icon on my desktop, which assumes, of course, you've got PSPP installed, and you've got the GSS dataset downloaded to a location that you're aware of. And I simply opened that GSS dataset from where I saved it, which is a network drive. And here we are. So to create the frequency distribution and look at descriptive statistics, I'm going to click Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Frequencies. And you'll notice descriptives is another choice, but conveniently when we do frequencies, we can also generate the descriptive statistics. Looks like I got an email. Okay, so I'm going to choose age. This is a continuous variable. That means the values run together, which is different than a categorical variable like race, where the categories are discrete and separate. Okay, so I've got age over there. And I'm going to also add race dichotomized. And we'll illustrate these points. We'll click on charts, and I'm going to choose histograms. I always want to choose percentages. And I'm also going to create the pie chart. And this will be interesting looking for the age variable, as we'll see. We'll see that that's not really an appropriate way to display continuous variables. And we'll see why in a minute. So I'll continue. Frequency table, everything should be fine here. We'll click continue with that. And looks like everything's in order. This shows us the types of statistics we can generate. With a continuous variable like age, we always want to show the mean and the standard deviation. As you scroll down, you can see the minimum and the maximum values will also be shown, and that's fine for both. I'm not too concerned about those. The ones we're looking at now. The mode will be interesting for race because that'll tell us which category has the most people. We'll scroll through. The median will be fine for age, which is the median age, the middle age, and that should do it. So we have our statistics down here. We have our variables chosen up here. We've specified the types of charts we want to see, and I'm going to click OK. And this output results, and you see this is a table that shows us the frequency or the number of people falling into each value of age. So this says there are 5 people who are 18 years old. The next one says there are 14 people who are 19 years old. And over here we have the percentage, so that says about 1% of the sample is 19. And there are 1,500 people, so that's 1% of 1,500. The cumulative percent you see adds the previous values and keeps building. So if we go down to say where it says 32 and come over, we can see that that says 37. So essentially that says that about a third of the sample is 37 years old or younger. So that's how you would interpret a frequency table for a continuous variable. The histogram gives us a visual representation of that. It shows us all the age values plotted out, right? So this will show us the same thing. Down here you can see that the frequency table is much shorter because we're looking here at a categorical rather than a continuous variable. So there's only 2 values, and those values are 1 or 2. In this case, 1 is white and 2 is minority, and the variable is race, dichotomized. So the category minority blends together all the different minority groups. And here's the percentage. So it says that 3/4 of the sample is white, reports being white. And so a much simpler interpretation of this frequency table. Down here we simply have a visual representation. Generally the histogram is not the best way to depict the values that are categorical. It's better for continuous. You see this type of thing. What's better is this, the pie chart, where you can see this visual representation of the two categories rather, for the variable race dichotomized. You can see And so that's what we have. That's our output. And we can save this output, export it. I will export it to my desktop, and I will call this age and race frequency distribution. Okay, and I will save that to my desktop. Okay, and it's going to be a PDF, and down here I can choose that. See that? And I will click Save, and it will automatically create a PDF document with this output. So I'm going to close the windows. I haven't done anything to change the data set, so I'm just going to cancel out of there. And if I do want to make changes, I want to save those changes. And here I should have, yep, there it is. And I made a mistake here. You have to actually type the extension, which is .pdf. So let me type that so it knows what kind of file extension it is. Okay, and you see it automatically took on this PDF icon. So I'll double click that, and I should have the output I generated now as a PDF. And you see that there it is. Everything looks good here. Yep. You notice that there are a lot of values of age. Don't worry about that. I'm not going to be concerned. You can see that you've got the descriptive statistics over here on the right. So I know the mean age, the standard deviation, and the sample size, which is 1,493. There are actually 1,500 in the sample. That means 7 did not answer the question. And there's the race pie chart. And that's it. And that's how we create frequency distributions and examine descriptive statistics, which I neglected to mention appear in this table beneath the frequency table. So we see the mean, the mode, standard deviation, and so on. Okay, and that's it. Hope you enjoyed.